Okay, so welcome back. This is CJ Oaks with oakswriting.com. What I'm going to talk to you a little bit about right now, I've not added a sitemap to my website yet. I've only had this site actually up and running about a month now. A sitemap is a tool that's used by search engines to help you. Let me just give you an idea what it does. This is on my website, criminaljusticelaww.org. This is what a sitemap looks like. It lists all the pages when they were created, the correct address and or domain for them, for every page that's on the site. And Google search engines, all the search engines actually use the sitemap as an easier means for their search crawlers to find what's there and keep track of it. Now, a sitemap is not 100% necessary these days. The search engines are very good at finding this stuff anyway, but they are useful. It speeds things up, and it also tells the search engines that you have a little bit more of a professional site. So now I've got a little bit of content onto oakswriting.com. I've got enough. I'm still adding to it. Now it's time I want to go ahead and add a sitemap. So what I'm going to do, I'm using WordPress. I'm going to come down here to plugins. You see that? Then I'm going to come down and click Add New. And what I'm going to show you is a very, very simple sitemap to set up and use. All you have to do is come right over here on the right hand side where it says Search Plugins and type in Sitemap. It'll auto-populate. You don't have to hit Enter. It's going to do some searching. And you'll see a few of them here. Now this one has 80,000 active installs. It's a pretty nice little sitemap. You can put shortcodes in and stuff like that. You have to create the page yourself. I'm not as big on that one. Here's one here, untested. This is something you want to look at whenever you're putting in plugins. Look at this, untested with your version of WordPress. Now, it's got 400 plus installs, no reviews. It might work just fine. It might not. I don't like to leave things to chance. Now I test these things out, and I usually look for the ones that I like. Now this is the one I've used in the past right here, Simple WP Sitemap. It is a very easy sitemap to see. You see it's web by WebJock. I've used some of their stuff before. It's usually very, very good, and you see it has 20,000 active installs or more than that, and very good ratings. Of course, only 23 reviews, but it is compatible. And it was updated about 3 months ago, so it's updated fairly regular. I'm going to go ahead and install that. Installation is really simple. You see, I just click the install button, and boom, it's installed. Click activate, and once it activates, it's going to bring me over to my my list of plugins, my plugin library, and I'm going to scroll down and find it, and it should be right here at the bottom. Simple WP Sitemap. Now, it's ready to go. It's activated. It tells a little bit about it here. If I want to look at some details, I can click on that. I'm going to click Settings because I want to go in and see what the settings are like. Check a few things out. Now, right here at the top, you can see I have links to my XML and my HTML sitemap. These are just two different types of sitemaps. The HTML sitemap is one that I showed you. That's a visual sitemap for people to actually see, so I can create a link on my site to my sitemap, so if anybody wants to go in there and very quickly find pages, because like with Oaks Writing, it's a simple website, but over here on criminaljusticelaww.org, you'll see as I can scroll down here, I have hundreds of pages, and eventually I have plans for about close to 1 million pages for this site. So when this site is done, it's not going to be possible for somebody to use a simple menu or index. It'd be much easier for them to find what they want using a sitemap. So it'll be very important at that time. Right now it's less important for humans, but it's very useful to search engines. The search engines use the XML sitemap. So I've got that. These are just some few things. If I want to add some pages to it, or if I want to block certain pages from the sitemap, all I have to do is add those pages in here. I would just click and put the page in there. I don't want to block anything. I do, however, want to include categories and tags in my sitemap. I don't want to include authors just yet because I'm the only author, so it doesn't really matter. Make sure my HTML sitemap is enabled. And of course, if I like the plugin, I could donate to it because it is free. I can add a link at the bottom of sitemap at the bottom of this. So I'm going to go ahead and add a generated by link, just to kind of, you know, help these guys out. That'll appear at the bottom of the sitemap, a link to that website's page. Now, that's all I have to do to set it up and get it going. If I want to check it, I'll just come over here and click on this. There's a link, and it shows all the pages that I've added to my site since I've launched it a little over a month ago. These are all the categories. These are the pages. And if I want to look at a particular page, all I have to do, such as my guarantee, I just click on it, and it'll bring me to my page right there. So that's all I wanted to tell you about, a little bit about sitemaps. I'll tell you more about it later, how to use them and how beneficial they are. And I hope you found this useful.